Frankie Panno?
Panno pad. Extreme kneeboard action. The biggest of airs. 1990 on steroids. Born in 1940. Definitely a little younger than that. My math's not on point right now.
Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say, boom. Here comes the boom. Ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Boom. Here comes the boom. Ready or not. How you like me now?
Basically, I'd say he's a little nuts first. I mean, but in a good way.
His own persona and how he rides and how he goes after things is way different than what you're going to get out of most people you'll see in ride.
What do you think, Bone Crusher?
I love him. Ate dinner with him. He's 50.
He's 50.
And he does the biggest shit you ever imagine on a kneeboard, which is crazy. I don't know how he does it.
He's reaching for the other bag.
I respect him, and I think what he's doing is cool.
It's coming from Rusty Mal now.
Yeah.
Just watch him ride. That's all I can say. It speaks for itself.
Who first introduced you to kneeboarding?
For me, it was working at a boat shop back in the day. We were repoing boats, and a friend of mine and I grabbed a boat one night, and there was a kneeboard and a couple other things on the boat. We took them out that next day, had some fun with them, and I've been pretty much hooked ever since then, for sure.
You know, 20 years ago when we started doing this, he would never have thought that, you know, he would come to this level and, you know, this achievement and having his own board and having sponsorship from HO and everything else. You know, I'm totally stoked for him. I really am. I mean, he's totally deserving.
If somebody doesn't get to see you do your thing and in the right way and in the right time and the right light, I don't think that it's going to move forward ever. That's why you have to be motivated to push yourself out there and get yourself noticed by people. If you're not going to push yourself out there, nobody else is going to do it for you.
Just going super big behind that Mastercraft. Look, what do you think, Scott?
Frankie P. Throwing it down.
Well, it was back in the early 90s when Scott and I hooked up. I met him on Lake Howell in Castleberry. He was already starting to transition into wake skating and trying to push the level of his sport. His style was so uniquely different, and it was always what I wanted to be. I mean, I wanted that look and that feel for my riding, so I always emulated kind of how he rode. I don't ride really like an average kneeboarder. I kind of grew up riding with some good friends from back in the day, like Mark Norwell and stuff. He was, you know, charging the wake, and he was riding a wakeboard, and I didn't really see any other kneeboarders out there. And my only way to learn was to, you know, kind of, flow with him.
You know, I'd say he's really enthusiastic about what he does, you know, not just kneeboarding, but just life in general.
It's something that you have to go out and go after, and he spends his time and he does it and he's passionate about it, and I respect that.
Probably one of my best getaways for sure. I mean, I don't think about much of anything else than, you know, riding. It's for me a great escape and just a great release for a lot of energy too, which is cool.
So many kids today go out there and think, oh man, I gotta get sponsored, I gotta get this and this and that, I gotta win this contest and stuff. We never thought that. That was never in our minds.
I mean, I think there's probably only 4 or 5 guys in the world that can come even close to what he does.
That gives me a pump up. I just love that, you know. I'm just psyched to sit there and watch these people and be blown away by what he's doing.
season. This is going to be a great year for me. I think after a lot of years off, I've been asked to be up on the PWT this year, which will be pretty cool. Going to be out traveling, doing the wakeboard stops all across the country this year, given a chance to show kneeboarding on a whole new scale.
The fact that he's doing demos at the Pro Wakeboarding Tour is incredible. It's an honor. It's it's unbelievable.
What the incidental part, because it's page tour, is in my...
Hey, bud.
Alright, Spencer, Frankie, Panno.
The Mountain Creek Inn, right after the first day of the Masters. You're
doing the wrong interview. You gotta pretend like your last weekend you just saw Frankie ride.
He's got it. You don't have to bend your knees.
I'd have a big one. Double panel pad.
Oh yeah. Double it up.
I just have to sit on like a volleyball, man.
Panno, do you know what I saw today? I was at the Aqua Tour stop, just hanging out, and whatever, I get my riding done, and I looked through the water, saw a legend out there. True ledge. I saw him out there too, Frankie Panno. Probably one of the greatest performances I've seen of him since Scott used to ride a wakeboard.
You know what's cool about Frankie Panno is that he's on a kneeboard, but he makes it cool. You know, he comes out there. Literally, he's probably going about as big as,
I can't
3/4 of the wakeboarders out there. So,
and I don't think people understand the secret of the panel pad either.
That's right.
I was talking to someone and I was like,
everyone's like, how does he go so big?
How old is he now?
He's got to be, I don't know, 45 or so. But the dude's still going bigger than anybody else, man.
He's a youthful 45. I have this theory that age should be defined by a group of people, like a board, and not by numbers. It should be real values, not numerical.
I like it.
And I think that Frankie Panno's real value is about 23 with some road years, like a Danny Hampson 23.
That's right. You think he's gonna go off the kicker next week?
Yes. If insurance covers it, that's the big problem, I think.
He said he wanted to do it. He also wants to hit the
transfer. He's
route.
gonna transfer.
I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be awesome.
God, Frankie Panno, good guy. Cheers to that.
For him to come back, HO give him the opportunity to make a kneeboard. Him just going out there and doing different stuff, doing stuff that's normally don't see people do on kneeboard. I think he's definitely making an impact for sure. And I think a couple years ago, we hooked up. I was in Chicago on the Byerly bus, doing a little tour, and man, he hadn't changed at all. Like doing the same stuff, looks exactly the same, just going harder and better than ever, man. And he's up there. He's getting older, and my body hurts. I can imagine how his body hurts. Like on that kneeboard. It's pretty amazing, just to see him still doing it and still innovating kneeboarding. Kneeboarding's been around for a long time, and he's out there doing stuff that's never been done. So it's pretty rad to see, man. It's cool.
For me, if we're talking in the world of kneeboarding, a legacy for me would be great to have my own company. I'd like to go out, leaving the sport knowing that I left it with a great couple of boards that people are loving to ride, and that I would think hopefully in the end that they look at it that I helped change the face of the sport a little bit. I might not be the best rider in the world or go the biggest, but if I'm changing the face of it, I think I've accomplished a whole lot, and that'd be cool for me.